¿cómo están? Espero que todos estén muy bien. Yo estoy muy contenta porque el día de hoy tenemos una entrevista muy divertida. Va a ser muy emocionante. Seguramente muchos de ustedes conocen los videos increíbles de On Ice Perspectives. Todos los que somos fans del patinaje, normalmente vemos esos videos y los compartimos millones de veces. Así que el día de hoy prepárense para una entrevista muy divertida. Por favor, recuerden suscribirse a mi canal si no se han suscrito. Y si quieren que le dé algún mensaje a nuestro invitado de hoy, recuerden que pueden hacerlo a través del super chat. Hi everybody, how are you? I hope you're doing awesome. Today I'm very excited because we have an amazing and fun interview. Most of you must have seen the videos of On Ice Perspectives. All figure skating fans share those videos, and of course, we just love them. So today we have the genius behind the camera. So with us is Jordan Cowan from On Ice Perspectives. Hi, Jordan, how are you?
Hello. I'm great. It's so funny to be introduced as the genius. I'm just a fun skater who really likes to make fun videos, and I'm so incredibly grateful to meet you, Masha, and be on your channel.
I'm so happy. I mean, hopefully one day my channel will be as popular as yours. Of course, like I said, every figure skating fan loves your videos. So yes, you are a genius because most of us are fans, but I bet that if we try to do a professional video of figure skating, we won't succeed like you.
I mean, I could say the same thing about any really great skater that people enjoy watching. It takes a lot of time and a lot of practice, and you have to have a certain amount of passion for it. So I think what you're doing right now with interviewing some of the best skaters in the world, but also adding your own fun personality to each and every one of your videos is something that no one else could replicate either. So well done.
Thank you so much. I think everybody has something special in them. So we will do great things. I mean, there are lots of fans of figure skating around the world, but I think it's important for those who love figure skating to find a way to share it to all the people. I believe you want to share like this, I don't know, like personal point of view or this personal side of figure skating. That's what you want to share to the world. And in my case, I just want to share my passion for this sport. So I think we're doing great things.
Yeah, exactly.
And guys, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And of course, subscribe to Jordan's channel On Ice Perspectives because it's amazing. You won't regret it. So, okay, Jordan. Everybody knows about your amazing work in this project, personal project you made. Maybe some of your new fans don't know that you were also a skater, an international competitor, actually, and you went to the nationals in the United States. You competed in a long time in ice dance. So why did that stop?
Oh, why did I stop competing in ice dancing?
Yeah.
I guess everyone has a unique reason. Oh, wow, we're going to watch a video of me. Oh, we get to watch this over. There were a number of reasons why I stopped, and it's really hard to name one or the other, but skating can get very expensive and it's very time consuming. I would say I felt at the time like I had reached where I had hoped to be in figure skating. I mean, I really enjoyed the training. I really enjoyed the practicing part of it. Competitions scared me a lot, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep competing in skating. And frankly, my partner and I, we decided to part ways like literally right after this competition, and I wasn't sure I wanted to go through the process of building a new partnership again. So, oh, this is such a fun edit.
I love it.
So I was considering partnering up until I found ballroom dancing. So I actually became a competitive professional ballroom dancer for 4 years right after figure skating. So that I would say is kind of the reason why I fully retired from skating, is that I found something else that inspired me just as much as skating did, although I didn't do it quite as long. So that's why I
You
left the world
started
of competitive
ballroom
skating.
dancing after you retired from skating?
Yeah. I mean, we as an ice dancer, it's pretty common to be taking ballroom lessons to
Oh, yeah, must. Oh my God, that's so much fun. How old were you when you retired?
20, 21. Yeah. It feels like I was so young. I see these skaters who are 21 years old right now and I go, "Oh my gosh, like you guys are, first of all, you're amazing and you have so much of your careers ahead of you." And that's not how I felt like when I was 21. I felt like, "Oh, I'm 21, like I should be nearly finished with college by now and moving on to whatever I'm going to do after skating." And I just felt this anxiety that I needed to pick one or the other. So I'm really happy that people at 21 hopefully don't have to make that decision and can keep skating for a while longer.
So why didn't you want to like do this process of finding another partner? Is it too difficult?
Um, I mean, it was the time and the climate of Michigan, 2011, 2012. You know, I'm tall, and I was looking for a tall partner, and a lot of the partners around were quite short. I wasn't sure I wanted to skate for another country besides the United States. Uh, yeah, I mean, there are lots of reasons, but I guess I could say, you know, on what I really felt was that I had fallen out of love with figure skating. Um, it's just the symptom of maybe the last few years of training that I had, which weren't what I felt like the most supportive. And it had nothing to do with the coaches I had at the time. It was accrued. You know, I moved to Michigan, which is where I was training, and I'd been training there for 5 years. And I felt like I had moved there without really understanding what I was committing to.
Yeah.
Wow, it's getting deep. But yeah, I guess I fell out of love with figure skating, and I shouldn't have, but I did, and I am where I am today because of it. So I have no regrets, but would have been nice to stick in it for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I know. It happened the same to me. I was competing in pairs and in singles at the same time. And at some point, I decided to stick with singles. And I don't know, in that moment, I felt like I shouldn't be doing pairs, even if I had like the body, the size, the weight, everything. I was really good for pairs. And years passed. And after I retired, I was like so kind of angry and sad because I was like, okay, maybe I was a stupid teenager and I don't know, I wasn't thinking right. And right now I think back and I was like, oh my God, I had to stay in pairs. Sometimes you get kind of nostalgic and you miss some things, but you like you said, you maybe you were falling out of love with figure skating, but you found it back. You fell back in love and you're showing your love just in a different way. So that's
Yeah.
nice.
I will say the thing that ballroom dancing really taught me, and I was chasing it. I think when I left skating, I was chasing this ability to really process movement and dance. Like I was an ice dancer,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really feel like a dancer. I felt like a figure skater who was doing this sport, this discipline that was called ice dancing, but I didn't really feel like I knew how to dance. And I just wanted to learn how to dance. So becoming a professional ballroom dancer, you know, your job is to literally teach people how to dance. And I learned it and I loved it. And it gave me a lot of the skills that I actually have today. And when I was back in, you know, it actually, being a ballroom dancer, encouraged me to come back to skating as a coach and try to teach these concepts to a lot of the skaters in my area and as adults to kids. And I really, really enjoyed coaching skating after that. I didn't think I would enjoy being a coach, but after 4 years of professional ballroom experience, um, I just had to give this information back to the people I knew. So
Of course. Well, that's amazing. So after that, fast forwarding a little bit, your On Ice Perspectives project started in 2017. Am I right?
the concept of it, yes, yes.
Okay, so how did that happen? I mean, how did you get the idea of do these amazing videos?
Well, I could say when I started it, I wouldn't say that I had no idea that it would become what it became today. I don't think anyone who's created something great really expects that, because when you started out, like I wasn't creating Honest Perspectives to like have this huge following, to make this huge project. I started it because I just really missed the ice,
Yeah.
and I missed having an excuse to be on it all the time. And I really wanted to learn videography. So that had been something I'd wanted to do my entire life and never really gave myself the opportunity to do. So when I would go on Instagram and see these little short videos that kids were posting, you know, today's my spiral, today's my axle, today's my eye spin. And I would go, you know, it's really cool to see people who are so confident with the learning process that they're literally people are actually following them, learning how to do their axle. And how do they film it? They're filming it with their phone, just sitting on the boards. And I thought, you know, I'm around a lot of skaters. I was coaching skating at the time. There were a lot of great skaters coming in and out of New York. So I just started filming everything around me. And I just thought, if I can make a video that's like 1% better than a video that I saw, then it should be popular. People hopefully will like it as much as I like it. And thankfully, people do like it as much as I like it.
I mean, we all love it. So first, when you started, you just started like videos on Instagram, right? And you didn't even know you were like going to grow and get huge on social media. So how was that for you? I mean, you became popular so fast.
It feels, I mean, I guess looking back, it seems fast. And from the outside, it seems fast. To me, it was like, you know, being there. It's kind of like learning how to skate. You're there for every single day and every single lesson. I mean, I did know, so I went to school for computer science, and that's like, it's weird, but I've always really been interested in tech, and especially software, programming. Not enough to want to do it as a career, but I saw Instagram and I thought, hashtags, algorithms, mentions, you know, search, and I thought maybe there's like a way to kind of get an advantage in it. And so I just studied everything I knew about the Instagram algorithm, and you know, it's still at the end of the day, it's about the videos that you make, but I would like hashtag figure skating.
Difficult thing. I mean, Instagram it's hard. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure it out yet.
It's incredibly intimidating, and it's incredibly opaque. Like, they don't tell you anything. Nope. Really, the only way to learn is by doing, which again is like figure skating, right? When you think of being a figure skater, you go into it and there are all of these rules and regulations, and the rules are always changing, and there's judges, and you don't really know what they want. I mean, your coach does the very best that they can, but at the end of the day, you learn through doing, and you have to be okay with failing and falling flat on your face and hearing feedback. And sometimes you win a competition and you didn't think you deserved it, but it just happened that way. So I think skating taught me a lot on how to approach a problem very, very slowly and very methodically, because you can't just like get on the ice and do something spectacular. You have to like really work at it.
You must wow people.
Yes. Well, you're not going to wow them by not putting in a lot of work.
Oh, no. So. Never. you just don't get lucky. You must work hard. Okay, so I read somewhere or heard somewhere that you first had like a goal on Instagram. At the beginning, you had like, I don't know, so let's say 500 followers in the first month or whatever. So how did you get like climbing to where you are right now?
Well, I had the fortune of like officially launching Honest Perspectives the week of the Olympics. Not the week, but the month. You know, Olympics 2018 was in February. And that's when I started. I started at February 2nd. And I literally said to this, look, like, again, I didn't even know what the name was going to be on February 1st. I thought, I'm just going to commit to posting one video a day for the month. and it's February, so it's a short month, right? There's 28 days, so it's actually a pretty good goal. And I'm just going to post a video every day for a month. And it happened to be the month of the Olympics, so figure skating was already kind of this like
was like a huge topic.
Exactly. And I missed a few days, definitely, but I still pushed, and my goal every day was like, I'm going to film something, and I have to like think in my head, what's this video going to be? Did I film enough for one video? Yes, good. Okay, can I film enough for a second video? Good. Third video? Good. All right, I'm done. I'll come back to the rink in 2 days, but I have to make these videos right now, and I have to post them by the end of the day. And after a month, they had 500 followers, and I was like, wow, that's great. That's more people than I personally know. And I thought if I just keep it up, maybe I'll gain 500 followers a month for the rest of the year. And what I'll do with that, I don't know, but that sounded great. 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And most importantly, I just loved it so much. And I didn't really understand that like things grow like this if you really like doing what you're doing. So by the end of the year, I think I had 20,000 followers.
Oh my God.
So like better, you know, I over doubled my goal.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And okay, so after you were doing your videos only for social media, you started working for TV shows. So how was that decision?
Well, here's the secret. I mean, and I want everyone to think about this when they go into something like trying to get followers and trying to reach a number, is that I see social media, it's a tool.
Yeah.
Like you have to in real time. I'm not editing. I'm not, you know, if they mess up, but they keep going, then that's great. Then no one might even notice that they messed up if they keep pushing and they keep entertaining and they keep smiling, because that's what you do in a competition. You don't skate in front of the judges and trip and fall and then go, all right, I'm going to start over again. And I knew that I was really good at capturing skaters on the first try. So I thought, one of my friends was on the show as a professional. Actually, I think I even met them through Instagram and kind of became friends with them. And they said, you know, the show's looking for an on-ice camera operator. And I knew what they were looking for. They were looking for someone with a degree, with experience, with years of experience as a camera operator who just happened to know how to skate. And I thought, well, that's great and all, but then what you're going to get is someone who's not a skater. They're going to get their vision. And I thought, well, I'm just going to learn what I need to learn. I mean, how hard can it be? I already know the hard part, right? The skating on the ice is the hard part. Learning to work a camera can't be that hard, especially on a big TV show. Exactly. So that was what I pushed for. And I'm still pushing for those live gigs because to me, like, I can only go so far on social media, but I want to get this stuff seen on television, like skating was when I was a kid. Like when you think of why did you start skating, it was because I watched it on television. And now kids are starting skating because they see it on social media, but there's still something about watching skating on TV that makes people feel like, wow, this is a real career, a real solid career choice, because TV is always going to be around.
And you know, when you watch, let's say, movies about figure skating and they're filming the star, the figure skater, you never see this aspect, this personal thing that only skaters know. You watch it like you were watching a competition, you know, like from far. And when they do close-ups, it's not the same. It's kind of fake.
Well, it's literally their stunt doubles.
Yeah,
like
yeah. But what I like about your videos is you capture like the emotions. I mean, people from outside figure skating don't know how it feels to skate, how hard it is, the speed. I mean, there's so many things. And in your videos, we can see that. And it's amazing.
Yeah, in fact, before I settled on the name On Ice Perspectives, the original name for it was going to be Skater POV. it wouldn't have had the same ring to it. But skater point of view was the idea. I wanted it to be from a skater's perspective. And it became On Ice Perspectives.
Well, the name is great and your job is much better. So, okay. What is your process when you film a program of some skater? Okay, so let's say this. When a skater is doing their programs, they can go this way, that way, go backwards, go forward, jump, spins. So do you learn their program before filming them? Because I noticed that sometimes you film them from like they're coming to you. I mean, not always you're following them. Sometimes they're following you. And I don't know how you do it. So do you learn the program? Do you watch it a few times? What do you do? What's the process?
It's so, I mean, there is no one process that I go through. It really is just what's the best I can do right now. And sometimes I don't have any time to see their program beforehand. Sometimes I'm literally just plopped onto the ice and they're already skating and I just have to make sure all my camera settings are set the way I want them to, and I just run in and I film it. And sometimes I do have time to like see it beforehand, but it's really hard to plan out where I'm going to go because there are other people on the ice usually. And so if I have a plan, but there's another skater there, now I have to completely change the plan.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it's like a lot of it comes down to the fact that I like have really worked on my skating skills.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because, for example, I'm going to show the video you did with Yuzuru. Okay, Yuzuru skates really, really fast. So if you want to go, like, follow him, but at the same time go to another direction and then he's coming towards you, oh my God, I would be scared because he might drop a quad in my face. So how do you do that?
Well, honestly, I don't really know. I kind of had an out-of-body experience when I filmed this. I think every cell in my brain was just kind of like, keep up, keep up, keep up, keep up. Don't forget to breathe. Where is he going next? Look behind you, look around you, make sure that there's no one. I mean, thankfully, when Yuzu skates, no one else really skates, right? Oh, yeah. So I could kind of, yeah, so so I didn't really have to worry too much about other people in the way or avoiding them. Yeah, I guess I just, when you're a skater as good as him, you're very, it's like being a good performer, right? Like you're leading the audience. You don't want to do jerky movements because that just kind of feels off. And so everything he does is it's so well practiced, it's like a flow. Oh. And when he's in a flow, you can see it. You can see it from everything that he's done, and you can kind of see into the future. You watch a good skater and you're just like, okay, here comes the jump. Here comes the spin. Yeah,
you know the movements.
Yeah.
They're getting ready, but oh my God. I mean, it's crazy. So how did you go to him and told him, okay, can I film you? How was that experience?
I mean, that specific experience, well, that was a very unique experience because, as you can tell, that was at Skate Canada. I mean, Skate Canada, may it come back next year. It's supposed to be this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And in a normal circumstance, I would be there right now. But that's not happening because Skate Canada is not happening. Unfortunately this year. But I was already there that week working for the Skate Canada Federation. So I was there with my my actual backstage pass. And I'd been filming off the ice all week long, behind the scenes, helping them create material for their social media and promoting Skate Canada, the Federation and the competition. And all week long, I had just been kind of like asking, hey, do you think I'll be able to film the gala rehearsal? Hey, do you think, it wouldn't be bad, right? Like I've worked for the broadcaster was TSN. So I've done work for them. I've done work for basically everybody who would possibly have an issue with it. And so they all knew me and they were all familiar with me. And I think that's really important, is that I had a good relationship with them. And the morning of, someone just said, or maybe it was the night before, someone was like, okay, you can do it. And I was like, okay, I'm getting a good night's sleep. I'm not like staying up and partying or anything. I'm going to sleep. And, I filmed everybody. That was a whole marathon. It was 3 hours of practice. I mean, it's not the craziest skating because everyone's just warming up to do the showcase that evening.
Yeah.
But it was 3 hours of practice, and usually it was right at the end. So I had been chasing people for 3 hours when I filmed that.
Crazy. I must work with you. I would be so fit and do that kind of exercise.
Yeah, I was in pretty good shape then.
Well,
Maybe.
after the pandemic, you'll get it back. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. It's, skating is just, anyways, those were some pretty exhilarating. 2019 was just an exhilarating year. It was going to continue to this year, but yeah, we're on pause, so I can wait.
So was that the same competition when you filmed Alexandra Trusova?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yes. I know. That was also the same event where, I don't know if you've seen a video of this. It wasn't my video because I was an idiot, but when Trusova and Hanyu did the side-by-side quad toes, I saw it with my eyes, but I wasn't filming. I just, honestly, when you see something like that happening, you don't think I'm going to film it. You think I'm going to watch it and enjoy it. And that's exactly what I did.
Oh, wow.
You can actually see me in the video. As the video is panning, I was actually filming Nam Nguyen at the time because it was his turn to do his music. And so we were just goofing around, and then we both just kind of like look and see it happen. And in that second, I'm like, oh, damn, that was so cool. Damn it.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Someone recorded it and it made history, and it was really cool to watch. So it didn't have to be me.
In fact, that yesterday I was showing that video to my mom because she's a huge fan. So I was looking at that video. The height of the jumps of both, it's the same. Oh my God. She's a little girl. How can she jump so high? But anyways, so, okay. What is your purpose with this kind of videos? I mean, is it to show people, non-skaters, how it feels to skate? Or is it to show skaters like a more intimate point of view? So what do you expect with your videos?
Well, there are a lot of videos, and I think every video has multiple purposes. So the answer is all of the above. It's just whatever I can do. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think you don't necessarily have to film on the ice to capture what it feels like to skate, right? You just have to be a skater. You just have to feel it and not stop until you've reached that formula. So filming on the ice is convenient, but if I felt the same way and I couldn't skate, I'm sure these videos would still have a similar impact. I do want to help. I think most of all, though, I felt like skating wasn't really being shown on television in America. There are just a lot of people who don't know that skating is happening year-round, every year, not just Olympic year.
Yeah.
And I want to help people know that like skating is happening and it's something that they can watch and enjoy and even try for themselves or put their kids in it. And the more people that see that, the more our sport can grow. And, I don't know if it'll ever reach the insane levels it was when I started skating, but it would be nice if it did. And it would be nice to feel like I had a part in that. So I don't know, just doing what I love to do. I'm lucky. What can I say?
And we are lucky because we have the chance to watch those beautiful videos. I mean, there are so many of your videos that I just watch and repeat so many times. They make, I don't know, they give me some like amazing feeling in my little heart. I mean, I don't know, it's really amazing. And if you can make some other people feel like I feel when I watch those videos, everybody's so lucky. So I have another question. Okay, us skaters are used to skate with people around, and we know how to avoid them and how to keep skating even if there's people surrounding them. But we usually keep a distance when we're skating. So
Mhm.
in your videos, you're not keeping like so much distance. You're like sticking to them. So how do you do it to be kind of invisible to the skater so they can be comfortable, but you're doing these like perfect shots and you can watch the skater's face, all the expression and all the acting and everything. So how do you do it?
Well, I will say this, most skaters are not actors. They're not trained actors.
Mhm.
So if I came in and I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do, and now they're thinking about what I'm doing while also thinking about what they're doing, I don't think it would work. I don't really believe in producing something because what's already happening is so special. I have ways of making the skaters feel comfortable, as comfortable with me on the ice as they would with someone that they normally train with, right? Because you think about it when you're training. I mean, this was yeah. You're right. I got really close to them here, but
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I think I can see her freckles.
yeah. I mean, it's really fun to see what the limits are, and how wide of a lens do I need to get to like still keep them all in frame.
Yeah, I know.
um, but it's something very special when they're not skating for me. They're skating for skating, right? Like they're not winking to the camera. They're not trying to play it off. They're just doing what they're trained to do, which is honestly perform for a large audience, perform for everyone. And my job is to just try to get every angle, from every audience member. Um, I mean, when you skated, you had your training mates that you saw every day, and when you skated, you didn't necessarily perform for them, but you felt comfortable with them watching you. You didn't feel nervous, you didn't feel shy. And I don't want skaters to feel nervous or shy when they're filming with me. I don't want them to even think about me. And that's hard for a lot of people. So the best way is to just try to be invisible. And I just skate really quietly and hold my breath and try to disappear behind them
Oh my
so that
God.
they
So
don't really know I'm there.
have you ever had like some accident when one of the skaters you're filming?
I've never had an accident with a skater I was filming. No.
Good.
Um, I've had an accident myself, as any skater would, where you're like, I'm skating, and now boom, I've fallen. But it didn't happen when I was filming a skater. I think when I'm filming a skater, it's just too important for me to not mess up that I don't take any of those risks.
Because I was watching this movement Tessa and Scott do when she does like a kind of a backflip, and you see her legs like in your face. Oh
Yeah,
my, that's scary.
I trust them. I trust them. They trust me, and I do like. I watch those things, and I don't want the audience watching them to feel unsafe. Like if you watch something online and you're like, oh my god, that just made me so nervous, and I don't want people to watch my videos and be like, that made me nervous or that made me sick,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Because skating,
yeah.
if you get on the ice, any normal person gets on the ice, and what are the two things they feel? Fear and complete,
Anxiety.
like, yeah, anxiety, and they feel dizzy. Like the first time you try a spin, you're like, I got dizzy, and it's really hard to try to find the right balance of my videos of like really giving you what it feels like to be a skater, but what it feels like to be a good skater,
Yes.
a confident skater.
Yeah.
So I have to have confidence in what I do, and in order to gain that confidence, I have to practice a lot. So everything you've seen on Ice Perspectives, it's the result of hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of unseen practice, videos that I've never posted, that I never intended to post. Sometimes I wasn't even recording; I just went through the motions. Um, and yeah, it's a lot of practice and work goes behind it just to produce one 60-second video. But I wouldn't trade that for anything. I like the feeling of like showing the best of what's possible.
But also the nice thing is that you are like showing us our favorite skaters. So it's so nice because we are fans of, I don't know, so many skaters, and then you see them like in a more personal way, and it's fantastic. You don't see that anywhere.
Yeah, you become an even bigger fan
Yeah.
because you see that it's real. It's not fake. They're not an act. They are genuinely amazing people who work amazingly hard and are in love with what they do.
Yeah, of course. So, okay, what would you say is the most challenging part of your job, of this kind of job?
Just one thing.
Okay, give me a list.
Well, I can only be in one place at once.
Mhm.
It's so I mean, especially in 2019, but also 2018, it was just a matter of like, how do I get from here to here to here to here to here? I mean, there were days where I felt like I definitely wasn't home for most of 2019. I think it wasn't until November that I actually spent a full week at home. And so that's a tough one. Travel, and of course, travel is even harder right now, and restrictions. But that's just the way things have to be. The other hard thing is, I don't know. That's really just it. Is that I wish I could be everywhere at once. I wish I could travel the world, but also it's the hard parts that make it worth it.
Oh, yeah, of
So
course.
I don't want my job to be easy. I want it to be difficult because
To make it worth it.
it yeah, it makes when something good happens, like I can really feel like it wasn't it wasn't just luck. It was also hard work and luck.
Hard work mostly. I mean, I don't think that lucky people per se exists. I think lucky people get lucky because they work, and you're working so much.
The way I see it is when if you've worked really hard and then luck comes to you, you're ready for that luck. There have been so many times you look back at your life and you're like, oh man, I was in the perfect place at the perfect time to do this, but I just wasn't ready for it. And I don't want that to happen to me. I want when the right opportunity comes my way, I want to feel like I'm ready for it. I'm not scared of it.
Yes, of course. And you have filmed so many skaters now. Is there a skater that you felt like really, really nervous or excited to film?
Um, well, oh yeah, this one. Oh my God, the first time I filmed Patrick Chan,
Yeah.
like, I would say I started off knowing most of the skaters that I filmed, and then, I started filming skaters I didn't know, and I never really knew Patrick Chan, even though I met him a number of times in my skating career. Here's someone who he skates so wild. He's like,
Beautiful.
when he skates, his boots are like touching the ice. He's 1 millimeter away from losing all control, and he still. So for me, keeping up with him was just. I mean, first of all, that show was beautiful. The lighting, the costume, the flow of it all. Gabby and Guillaume. Okay, well, I think you know the answers to this. There's they're very quiet people, so I didn't really get a chance to like talk to them. I just would start filming them, and it was really fun to kind of get to know them through a camera lens.
Oh, you have
So yeah.
amazing videos with them. Amazing.
I mean, they're so easy to make an amazing video out of, to be honest. It
They're
really,
perfect.
yeah, it's kind of cheating, like no matter what, it's good.
And this is my
um
favorite from all times. Oh my God.
yes.
I just
Oh,
love.
that was such a special day.
Why?
Didn't know it was going to happen. I mean, I set it up. I put, that was the end of 2018. So that kind of the end of my first year of doing On Ice Perspectives. And I pulled every string I could. I had not had a chance to film Adam at all until this day. And we did it in 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
And between asking for permission for the ice, I mean, I grew up in Los Angeles. So this is Santa Monica, California. And I grew up skating in LA. And I'm trying to remember how it happened. I was there. I happened to go to LA for Christmas, and this was 2 days before Christmas. And I don't know, it just happened magically. I wasn't sure. No one was really sure anyone would show up, but there were a lot of people in the audience. Well, first of all, we didn't announce this, right? So everyone you see there in the audience literally showed up 5 minutes before this video started because they were like, oh my God, is that Adam Rippon on the ice? Oh my God. They were people who were driving by on the street.
And they stopped.
They literally saw Adam on the ice. They stopped their car, got out of their car to watch. We didn't make any announcements. There was no announcement. It was literally like, we just asked everyone, after the next ice make, we're going to have a special performance, so we're delaying, please don't be upset that you paid for ice to start at 4:30 and it's starting at 4:45, we're not saying who it was. And then Adam and I just got on the ice and we filmed it, and one take and we were done. It was okay, great. Well, we did that.
Also, the lighting is really good. Like, the place is beautiful. Oh, and the program, oh my God, it's so nice. I have seen these videos so many times.
Yeah, you really can't like make something like that happen again. It's a once in a, it just happens once and you enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah, it's one of those special moments that you treasure for your whole life.
Exactly.
And okay, which skaters would you like to film that you haven't filmed yet?
I don't really want to name names because to me, I don't go to film a specific skater. Mm-hmm. Like when I go somewhere, I don't try to film that one person. I go there to film everyone. So obviously I would love to go to Russia. I would love to go to Japan and film everybody. I don't care. It's like, I just want to film a Russian skater in Russia.
Amazing.
And I think it's not, I don't want it to be about the name in particular. Like, obviously the best skaters are the best skaters. Yeah. They're gonna have the most views because they're just so good at what they do, and they're first or second or third in the world because of how good they are. But also, I believe in the skaters who would never ever get seen, because they didn't medal at their country's nationals, but they're still really good, and they might be there, or they might be like me and retire without ever really breaking the top six, but they were still good skaters and they still loved the sport. So if they all train together, perfect. We'll have the big names, but we also have everybody else.
You will have to be like in all the galas from all the big competitions.
That's the plan.
Oh yeah, you have to do that because also the lighting is great, so that helps. The
lighting, the costumes, everyone's happy. It's not a competition. They're not training their competitive routines. Yeah. I know, like, filming skaters at this time in the season. Well, this time in the season. What time is it really? But before the competitive season starts, no one's seen these routines. So I kind of have to, that's when I have to be careful and say, okay, are we ready to show this? Because obviously judges are going to watch this and I don't want you to have to be judged before you should be judged. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the season, right, like March, April, the pandemic hit at just the wrong time. But honestly, you can't change that. But March, April, May of this year, I had so many amazing things planned, and they're just getting pushed back a bit.
Yeah, for everybody. I mean, it's like a lost year, but hopefully if everything goes as we want to, next year will be much better.
I mean, it's always going to be better. It can always be better.
Yeah, we just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And okay, what's your goal with this project, like in general, big picture?
Well, I can only really state it in terms of goals that I would like to achieve, and I know a lot of them are kind of I mean, when I started especially, I think I have the same goals now as I did when I started, which is I would like to film the gala at the Olympics. Like not the rehearsal gala, but the actual gala for television. That's my ultimate, well, not my ultimate. That's not like the last thing I want to do, but it
That's like
is
a huge one.
Yeah, it's why I'm working on live television. It's why I'm working on these live shows.
Oh my God.
Because sooner or later, some executive at the Beijing Olympics or the Milan Olympics in 2026, sooner or later they're going to see that and they're going to go, well, it's not a competition. You know, the Olympics are over. We already have the champions. And frankly, there may be 60,000 people in the arena, but there are 60 million people or 600 million people around the world who would think it's really cool.
Yeah.
So kind of like you saw with those other shows, I just, and if I don't reach that, I don't reach it. But I think in trying to, I'm going to achieve a lot of things.
I don't see it like impossible.
It doesn't feel impossible anymore, but
no, I mean, the world is changing and the technology is changing and people is accepting that. So this is like a different kind of a different way of watching TV, a show or something. So I don't see it as possible, as impossible. I think you can do it.
Yeah.
You have to keep working for that.
I am, and I'm really patient for it too. Like it's going to happen at the right time, and I don't want it to happen before it's the right time. Like I have a vision in my mind of how I want it to be, and there are certain things that just I have to wait for. Technology, really.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So there are so many people in the audience right now chatting, and I have a guy from Glice. Like I was telling you about the ice rink in Mexico City, in downtown Mexico City. So every Mexican is saying that you have to come to this ice rink and film something.
Film on plastic ice or on synthetic ice?
Yes.
Sure, why not? It would be kind of fun. I've seen people do some absolutely amazing things on synthetic ice, like double axles and triple flips, and I haven't seen someone do a triple Lutz on Glice, but
no, because the peak jumps are kind of difficult in plastic ice. Yeah, but well,
I'm sure someone can do it.
I know. Well, actually, Donovan Carrillo, I think he did a triple toe loop. I have no idea how he did it, but he did. Yeah. You must come here. I mean, I promise I will send you the video of this ice rink. You will fall in love with like the scene. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I stayed in Mexico City for a couple of days. Actually, it was my June of last year. I spent my birthday in Mexico City for Magic on Ice. And I remember looking out of the hotel window and seeing that outdoor ice rink.
Well,
I think it was like, where?
Do you remember where it was, or where were you staying?
Well, the hotel was very, 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 very tall. It was a very tall building, and there was a mall, right? Like a multi-story mall, and on the basement there was a grocery store. I don't know. Yeah, Mexico City's huge, but I believe it was real ice in June.
Outdoor?
Yeah. Or maybe it was plastic. I thought it was real.
I think we don't have like outdoor real ice rinks, but maybe some in the audience know. But definitely when they do, like, well, this year, I don't know if it's happening because of the pandemic, but if sometime soon they put this big ice rink, we have to invite you. Everybody's saying you're invited, so you have to come here and film someone. I would say film me, but I don't know. I can't do anything, so I just can't dance really beautifully in the ice, and that's it. Don't ask
Well,
me
that's
jumps.
yeah. I mean, I don't jump or spin anymore either, and I still think I could, like, if I had to, I could put something fun together. So I really believe it would be just fun. I don't know. It's the experience, right? If you're excited about it, that's what matters.
Yes, of course. That's exciting. So we will bring you sometime. I promise.
Please.
Yes. That will be so much fun. So, okay. Well, about the people who's chatting here, everybody's saying hi. They love your curls. Everybody loves them. Who else?
Thank
Amazing
you.
job. Huge fan. Please come to Mexico. Yes, you're invited to Mexico. I told you. And yes, they love your curls. So, of course, you will be very, very welcome to come here. And hopefully soon we can do something else together. Guys, please subscribe to Jordan's channel, YouTube channel, On Nice Perspectives. And subscribe to my channel, of course.
Yeah.
Por favor, suscríbanse a On Nice Perspectives en YouTube, en Instagram, en todas sus redes sociales, y suscríbanse también a mi canal, los que no se han suscrito. Jordan, this was so much fun. We have to repeat this sometime soon.
Please. I need to start watching more of your videos, because every time I see them, I go like, oh, this is so, like, just your opening intro is just so exciting to watch. Like, to see all of the things that you've done and how clearly dedicated you are to this. I mean, you're as dedicated to this as I think I am to On Nice Perspectives. So well done. Congrats.
Yeah, you too. I relate to you a little bit, because we are like getting big stuff, big skaters for our channels and our job, like just knocking doors. Just like nobody's helping us, and we're doing this by ourselves. So that's amazing. So thank you so much for sharing this. I mean, I have admired you since before I knew it was like your face. I didn't put a face to On Nice Perspectives until a little while ago. And
thank you.
Your job is amazing, and congratulations, because you're doing great. And I hope you get more and more viewers and more people and more skaters, and you get to the top.
Thank you. I mean, I feel really good about all of that, and thank you everybody for watching and for following and liking. It really does help me a ton, seeing how excited it makes everyone, because it lets me know that I'm on the right track, and it just encourages me every day. So, and I hope I get to meet all of you guys when I'm filming the next big show in Mexico City, and you're all there watching, and you see my little silhouette on the ice, and you go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Yes, of course. And someone special is wanting a greeting from you, Nayeli.
Nayeli? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, thank you so much for watching, Nayeli. I send a message or whatever anytime you want, and I try to get to my messages on Instagram all the time. So, and if it's not in English, I always use Google Translate. So yeah.
Great. Okay, so have a great day, Jordan, and I'll be seeing you sometime soon.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Wonderful show.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.